Hi, I'm Rob Johnstone, and today I'm going to demonstrate this new CTS table saw from SawStop. This new compact offering from SawStop is a versatile saw. It has the smallest footprint of any SawStop table saw and is truly portable. There is a stand available for it, sold separately. We've made a small workstation for ours, but it works perfectly fine simply sitting on a bench. And of course, it is easy to transport and store. And don't forget, the CTS features their safety brake system. So those, of course, are just the basics. But how does the saw work? Well, let me show you how I made this basic raised panel door completely on the CTS saw. First, rip the stock, both for the stiles and rails, and to glue up the panel for the center of the door. With those steps done, move on to some joinery. I've cut the stiles and the rails to length now, and the next step is to plow the groove down the center of each one of the stiles and rails. Set the depth of the cut to 1/4 inch and slightly offset the cut by about 1/8 of an inch from the center of the stile. Then plow the grooves, spinning the pieces end to end, leaving a perfectly centered groove very close to 1/4 inch. The machining on the stiles is now complete, so we'll move on to the rails. We're going to use this miter gauge to raise stub tenons on the ends of each rail. Use the groove in the stiles to set the height of the saw blade. Using a standoff block for safety, set the length of the tenons to be just shy of 1/4 inch. Now use some scrap to test your setup. Cut the length of the tenon, then nibble away at the remaining stock. Adjust the length and thickness of the tenon to fit the groove. By now the glue in the center panel has cured. Now I'm going to use the stiles and rails to determine the width and length of the center panel, and then I'll cut it to size. Now we're going to raise the panel. As usual, you need to test your setup. Use scrap pieces to test the angle of the cut and the thickness of the edge of the panel. It needs to just fit into the stile at this point. Now that I'm happy with the angle cut setup, the next step is to put that angle on the panel, which can be a little tricky, so let me show you how to do it. It's not hard to cut the angles on these long edges, but a feather board can be helpful. Forming the angles across the grain is trickier, so I clamp a block of wood on the panel like so to help me keep it completely vertical during the cut. So that's it. I'm pretty happy with the fit. I got a little tweak to fix right there, and then it's on to sanding and then gluing and clamping the door together. I think you can see that this CST saw did a really professional job of making this raised panel door. I can see that it would be a good addition to small shops like mine. I'm Rob Johnstone from Woodworkers Journal. Thank you for watching.